What's going on, guys? I am back after about a week off, enjoying the amazing weather that we've been having. It's been 30 plus at least Celsius, I mean, because I'm in Canada, for the last week or so. So took a little bit of time off YouTube, but recently I've watched some first time watches, and I would definitely want to be discussing those because I've hit a positive streak on my film watching where I watched I think three films in a row that were 4.5 out of 5 stars. I just absolutely love them. Stakeland is the first one. This is a film by Jim Mickle. Jim Mickle, yeah. Which I've always been hearing in the YouTube circle here and there constantly. Just never got around to checking out, even though it sounds right up my alley, a vampire indie movie that really is kind of grounded in a sense, which it is, and it was a lot of fun. Jim Mickle film. Jim Mickle has worked a lot in the past with Larry Fessenden. I think that's how you pronounce his last name, who is a director himself and an actor himself. And Jim Mickle, from what I heard, he did a lot of independent horror films, and he did one called Mulberry Street for this series that Fangoria put out, like 8 films to die for or something like that. I remember The Butterfly Effect Part 3 was part of that series too. But then he developed his budget to make Stakeland, and I loved it. It was absolutely incredible. I highly recommend this film to anybody who likes slow burn horror monster movies. It's a vampire story. It's about these two guys. One is named Mister. I like how they name these people in this film. One of the main guys is Mister, and there's this other female character named Sister in the film that they meet along the way. But Mister is traveling. He finds this kid named Martin, and Martin is basically trying to survive himself. And these two guys pack together, driving across, post-apocalyptic America and trying to survive these zombies who they all look fantastic. They give a really good vampire spin on it, and the way they design the monsters are horrific and they're scary. They're not super, they're fast, but they're not overwhelming. They're one already looks like it can destroy 5 people at once kind of thing. They don't overthrow you zombies, vampires, but they do a really good job at making them feel threatening. This film has a lot of vibes of actually a newer film that came out, Bones and All. It feels just like that, except without the love story. You take out the love story of Bones and All, and you put it with two guys traveling through America. It has the same vibe. It has that A24 kind of feel-ish, but it's very well-paced and very captivating. It also kind of gives me cinematography vibes of Winter's Bone, and definitely a little bit of Walking Dead in there. I hear that thrown out all the time, and I can definitely sense that too. It's just got that quieter monster movie feel, and I love that. And it's eerie. It's very, very eerie. These two guys meet, like I said, characters along the way. They run into this girl played by Danielle Harris, who, that was a surprise to me. I didn't know she was in this film at all. So when she showed up, I was like, yes, because Danielle Harris is awesome. She plays a pregnant girl, and she's starts to travel along with them. And there's a religious cult in the film, and the religious psychotic cult is they're a villain in their own, and they just do the most fucked up shit. There's one scene where they're literally dropping vampires from a helicopter to attack this village or festival that's going on, and they just do the most wacky shit. They're led by this guy named Jebediah, I think. Yeah, I think his name is Jebediah, but he plays a good villain. He's very psychotic, and like I said, the whole religious cult aspect to it, along with the vampires, just makes this whole world such a terrifying place to be in. And like I said, I just love the atmosphere of this film. It had me the whole time. It's paced perfectly. There's never a lull in it. It never gets boring or anything like that. And all the characters are great. All the acting is great. And like I said, it was reminiscent of the films and television shows that I mentioned earlier. So if all those sound up your alley, and what I'm saying about this film sounds up your alley, it's not one to miss as a horror fan. And I caught it on Tubi, so it's streaming there now, and it's a buyable film. I really, really liked Stakeland. and I'm not even doing it enough justice in this review. It's a very, very good film. 4.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and yeah, great stuff. Go check it out. Subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice, or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one, take care, and cheers.